Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Orme and today we are playing some more Starters Orders 7. One race, one horse, not a lot else. There's not really any short races. Laurentine still likes to run at 6 and there's a mix of 5 and 6 for the 2-year-olds. Nobody yet has improved their bar, but Halifax has a mile 2 grade 2, and I think that's a nice test coming off that one in Florida. I think that's, a race we can win, we can be competitive, and we can see if we think we can move up to grade 1 status or not. And then of course we're in the range if we can get the quality to actually attack the Preakness and possibly the Kentucky Derby just before that. So, yeah, big test for Halifax. So, we're going to run this, and then I'm going to pause the video and go find other races and just see what happens. But a small field, not a great field. Looks like we're a little calm. Okay. It's not the worst in the world. Tipsters have us backed. We're high rated. We're not on extra weight. I mean, this is going to be hard to tell just how good we are because the field just doesn't look that great, if I'm honest. Okay. But yeah, a win would be good. And a win with some distance could make me think the grade 1s and those Triple Crown races may be on the card. I'm still going to be undecided about that, even if we win by like 4 or 5 lengths, but yeah. It's just a small field that lacks quality, and it's a fairly easy way to get a grade 2, honestly. So, let's see as he comes off this bend. In good position, down the home stretch now. This long run into home, past Carabel, round the outside of Inimitable Romani. And it's a good deep run, lengthening out, pushing through the line. So a few lengths in front, that's pretty good. If this was a grade 2 field, which I'm not sure it is, then yeah, I'd say that was definitely a grade 1 horse winning it. So, okay, we confirmed suspicions. We might not have learned anything new, but almost 4 lengths. We drove out. We did our business. The going probably didn't suit even. Okay. How much do we have to worry about the going? So that was good, soft. The ground suited us perfectly. So standard dirt would be where we want to be. Okay. Okay. So we might have to be careful on that. We don't want anything soft. We don't really want too much on turf for Halifax. There might be times we have to, but yeah, that's just something I think we need to keep an eye on. There's the Golden Shaheen. I'm not going to run Laurentine in that. That's not going to work at all. I wish he had more distance. I wish I could start coming up to 7 in a mile. Got some grade 2s and grade 1s to test. I mean, that would be a lovely race to be able to put Laurentine in. She just can't get that extra distance, unfortunately. Okay. Anybody else gain stamina? No. So Momon like 5. We got selling. And at the end of the month, there'll be a grade 3. Okay, if we hold it, if we hold the distance at 5, that'll be okay. And then there's just selling races. Does that change if I add coats in? Sometimes you get different races. But no, okay. So we've got a 4th of May for Mom to run a grade 3. I wonder if we can plan Halifax's next run. Yeah, I might be up for a mile 1 somewhere to test, but ooh. I mean, we've got to be careful where we run and how we run. Okay, so that gives us 2 weeks to get ready for it. And then that will give us another 2 weeks before we come round to Kentucky Derby time. Game day decision? That feels like a solid game day decision right there. Let's skip the 2-year-old auction. We don't want to be dealing with... Oh, there was a grade 1 in the breeders auction. Oh, excitable. Never mind. I thought maybe we missed something, but no. Not really. 30th of April will be the next thing we want to take a look at, so we can just skip on forward. But yeah, we want to think long and hard about this one. If we've got any idea about running the Preakness, then we need to see what we do over a mile 1 at a grade 1 level. If we really want to test ourselves ahead of a Kentucky Derby, then again we need to run grade 1. It's decent potential. Enthusiasm, okay. Confidence is pretty dang good. A bit of extra speed, some cruising burst, which again is nice. Full finish and consistency is just the going. That's all that really would be something to watch for. So we're on dirt. It would be good to firm. That might suit. It might not hurt us. It might not suit perfectly, but it might not actually hurt us. Okay, Winterwood looks like is a good horse. First term, Cape Finistre. Not bad. Bunch of grade 2 horses. We will be top rated. I think we've got to run it just to see. Maybe 1-1 doesn't suit us. Maybe 1-2 is where we need to run. I don't know. But I think I do need to see how we go today. So let's get into it. Let's find out what Halifax is about. Again, looks very calm. Winterwood is definitely the bookies' favourites. They're agitated. That might or might not play into our hands. First term looks on bad form. Cape Finestra looks okay. But yeah, okay. I'm really not sure. I am really not sure. But we do need to test. Like I say, we do need to test. We're in the middle there, and we get off quite nicely there to the front, it looks like. Not an issue. Winterwood goes up the inside into the lead with first term. Global Flyer and Shillelagh with us. And then the group of 5 at the rear. We are holding on to fourth place right now. But we do look in decent position. We do get blocked off on the inside there around the bend. We do get a chance to make a move there Final couple of furlongs. Down now with Global Flyer racing down this inside, trying to push up past Winterwood, who was heavily backed for this. Looks like we got a little bit of momentum, but we might not have enough to come through this one. There we come, a late push over the final half furlong. Winterwood falls off. We drive clear. Halifax with a lovely run. And that was a little more than I expected it to do. It's not a bad field. It's not a great field, I think. Oh, come on. No, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me now. Don't do that to me. Stewards, I beseech you. Yes. Oh, I thought we might be disqualified there. Luckily not. 2 1/4 lengths. Absolutely dominated. Absolutely dominated. 3 seconds under, which is really, really good. Yeah, no, Halifax seems to be a 1 mile 1, 1 mile 2 grade 1 capable horse. Certainly has earned the right to compete in the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. We did get held up a little bit. We did have some issues. Stewards looked at it. We still got out okay and won big in a decent field. So, I'm pretty dang happy with that. Halifax with a grade 1 win. Let's go. Halifax and Laurentine. Big performances. Yeah, I need to find Laurentine's next race, but you know, she's had 1 race this year and won a grade 1. She is currently unbeaten. Halifax had a good 2-year-old season, fell off a little bit at the start of this while we worked out some details, but a mile 2 at a grade 2 followed up a few weeks later at a mile 1 grade 1. Wins both of those capably. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with those horses right now. Like I say, if Laurentine could gain a little bit more distance, I'd be happy. Halifax, I think, is in a good place. So, we're definitely going to go in 1 mile 2 furlongs. The Kentucky Derby. 1 mile 1. Oh, will it be on? Yes, it's barely on by a few days. The Preakness Stakes. So, we're going to line up those races. What was this? 30th of April. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to go through a check auctions as we go, but I didn't know whether or not Halifax would compete in that race. So, to see him so comfortable was a nice surprise. And like I say, without a few issues that seemed to happen there, I think we could have won that by even more. We could have won that by about 3 to 4 lengths, probably. So yeah, in that kind of setting, I think it's not going to be a huge jump past that for a Triple Crown race. Now, whether we can compete at grade 1 at a mile 2, I don't know. We've just done a mile 1. And we also managed to do the grade 2, of course. So, yeah, right now I'm fairly happy with it. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Interesting. I expected that one to go up higher. But yeah, I don't know whether or not we're going to be able to do anything in the... Wow. 5-4, that's really not usual. I'm going to go up to 5-5 just to round that out. Make it easier to spot and maybe remember why it's got such an odd number. But yeah, I don't know if we can compete in the Derby or the Preakness with Halifax. But I think those runs they've maybe realised that the distance won't be an issue. So then it boils down to the quality of the field. And I don't care what 3-year-old you've got. Until you run those races, you're not going to be able to see how good they are. Until you actually run them, it does not matter. Nothing can prepare you for those races. So, on one front, I'm a little bit scared, a little bit skeptical. On the other side, I'm kind of excited to see what we might have. Okay, beneficial reform. Yeah, as expected. Marie. Yeah. It's only really been the ones that are over 500 that have been anything decent. And there we go. There's another 70 potential with 80 extra speed and a full finish and consistency bar. Hambleton is pretty decent there. I'm pretty happy with that. Bob Casey, not too bad, but probably wouldn't make the cut. And then the one that went higher than most horses do, Tomintoul Star. Oh boy. That's not good. That is not good at all. But we got one. We got one that kind of I like a little bit. So laid back, plenty of speed and acceleration. It might be a sprinter only. But yeah, 80% extra speed is decent. We've got pretty good potential to work on. Not that bad ability. The gap isn't too big between them. We can definitely try and get that up. So we might be looking at an 80 or 85 potential ability 3-year-old. So that puts us in a good place. The rest of the bars don't look too bad. But I think he's definitely amongst the best of the 3-year-olds. Let's go around them to the 4th of May, where Monmont has a run. So this is a 5 furlong grade 3. Now, we never tested Monmont at 6 furlongs, but we ran so well at 5 that I kind of wanted to keep at that level if I could until the bar changed. So, yeah, we could be off the pace here. We could have made a mistake, but Monmont's going to race. Don't know this field at all. We are a little bit agitated. Taramud's boiled over. Van Nistelrooy is very agitated. Overnight, like ourselves, agitated and warm. We got a lazy Red Lancer and a calm Action Front. Cooler Hill's agitated. Yeah, it's a field full of strangeness. Who knows what will happen in this one? Who knows? But we were going to run and just see what happens. As always, if we're getting towards like 2 furlongs, we're well out of it. We will be skipping and not slowing down the race. But yeah, the exciting things happen from about 3 furlongs out, so we don't really, need to slow down for that. Van Nistelrooy, Taramud out to the front. Looks like everybody else coming up. And at that 2 furlong mark, unless we're one hell of a closer, we're done in this race. And it doesn't look like up to a furlong that we're doing anything. So I've had requests not to skip races and not to speed things up in the final 2 furlongs. What's the point of watching this from my perspective for a horse that I'm running? That's my question to you that wants to watch the races, a bit more. I learned nothing from watching that final 2 furlongs. The horse was last. It sucked. It didn't get going. It had blown up before the race. That's normally when I skip them. So let me know if you still want to see those, or if you're happy to kind of skip those, because I just don't find any value for me in that race. At that point, 2.5 furlongs out, not making a move when every other horse moves up. It needs to be a special horse to actually come back from that. And yeah, didn't look like Mon was a special horse there at all. We learned nothing. We blew up before the race a little bit. It's such an odd field of lazy horse, cool horse, a couple of warm horses, couple of agitated horses. Like, just I don't think there was anything to learn from that. I don't even know if 5 furlongs was still good. I still don't know. But that was the only graded race at 5 or 6 for a 2-year-old, so you know, it came on the table. I thought that was a good option to run and just see, but yeah. Bit disappointed in that. And okay, wow. How are we going to be favourites? How are they going to put us as favourites for the Derby? I don't know whether I like that or not. That's pressure. That's pressure on a horse that's only just won its first grade 1. It's only just won its first grade 1. I don't know about that. So I mean, we've raced against some of these before. Like in that last race, some of these Derby horses. I mean, first term doesn't seem to have done anything really. It won as a 2-year-old. That's where this grade 1 came from. Step Faster, we know a little bit, but again, doesn't seem to have done too much. Won again as a 2-year-old. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Winterwood, like a good horse, competitive, has done well this season at a grade 1 level, won a grade 1 race. But we did just beat it on our last run out. So is this a poor crop, or is Halifax a lot better than I think he is? I don't know. And what about all the rest of these? I mean, again, Shillelagh, Gentile. We know some of these horses. There's a bunch of grade 3s going in this. I'm thinking this might not be a good field. I mean, the Preakness looks so much better already. Not only do you have all the big names that are in that, apart from one. Wait, where is Winter? So they're going to take from a mile 2 down to a mile, but they won't run the Preakness, which is a mile 1, in between them. Which is where they've been running and where the only grade 1 win is. What kind of booking is that? I can't believe that Winterwood wouldn't be in the Preakness. I think that's my most dangerous competitor in this Derby field. But it's not running this. I mean, Cuvivo looks like the one to beat. But again, why would you run the Preakness and the Brooklyn and not run the Kentucky Derby? I don't know. I don't know on that. Yeah, that looks like a much tougher field, but we've won at that level. We've won at that, you know, our grade 1 came at a mile 1, so oh boy, I did not expect to be running the Derby in this video. But because nobody else had races, We've just been funneled down to watching Halifax. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Shillelagh slightly agitated. Blackdale's agitated. And Merca is parading a little lazily. We're parading well. Very fit. Primed to go. I mean, that's about as good as I've seen us be. I mean, you never know until you run it. You never know until you run it, but this has got to be the chance. This has got to be our chance. 1 mile, 2 furlong Kentucky Derby. Class 1 race for a grade 1 at 3-year-olds. It's on dirt here at Churchill Downs. We're on the outside. And it's not that bad a start. I don't think it was a good start, but again, I don't know if it hurts us. We go to the front with Merca, Winterwood, Step Faster, Blackdale, Shillelagh, Carabel. We're in the middle of this field right now. Down the backstretch, coming on around the turn. We find a way through. We dive up that gap. Now we get into challenging position around the turn. 3 furlongs to go. Down to the final 2, onto the home stretch. Step Faster is out in the lead by about 3.5 furlongs. Halifax is going to start chewing down this home stretch now. Storming past the rest of the field. Winterwood, Merca, Overlay, Shillelagh all coming in. We're down inside the final furlong, down to the final half furlong. Winterwood looks to try and get up into the field. But it doesn't look like anyone's catching Halifax. Hand in the air, celebration. Big, dominant win in the Kentucky Derby. And what the hell just happened? Domination. That's the easiest derby we've ever won. A few big names weren't there. I get that, but Winterwood is the star 3-year-old right now. Well, was. Beaten in back-to-back races by us. But they were the champion 3-year-old before heading to this race. I don't know if they will be anymore. Not a great field, maybe, but some really dangerous horses. I know we've seen a few of these do quite well. But yeah. Some didn't show up. The ones that did couldn't live with Halifax. 3.5 length win. 3 seconds winning time distance. Unbelievable. We have yet another Kentucky Derby winner. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my. This day just turned out to be phenomenal. Like, just, woo. I can't even tell you how amazing that is. We bought Roofer in an auction after it had won the Derby. Then Nick Nakua Mariana won it back-to-back years. We couldn't do anything about last year. We did not have a runner at all. Craig Green hit a great winning time, blowing Nick Nakua out the water. And we've just betted that. We've just run an absolutely brilliant time with Halifax in a great race. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. In the Preakness, Secretariat stepped up. Nick Nakua Mariana followed up their Derby wins. Lady Polly, such a good horse, again sets a really good time in that one. So we'll see if Halifax can step up and win that one. And then it's the Brooklyn Stakes, which we've never won. We like a couple of horses that did. George W. we've been breeding from. Franny's ran a couple of really good races. So we know a couple of those. And they've run really, really well. I don't know if Halifax can do that. If we can hold our distance right now and win the Preakness, and then immediately after jump up toward a mile 3 and mile 4, Halifax could be in contention, which is mind-blowing. We become the champion 3-year-old, of course, right now. But, I mean, that's unbelievable. Start of this year, we tried a 1 mile 1. Grade 3, we couldn't win. A 1 mile 2, grade 2, couldn't win. I put an easier race in. We went and won it. Then I needed the test. And we passed that test with flying colours. And then came big boy racing and absolutely dominated. Oh my. Oh my, what a save. So many great horses for these Triple Crowns. You've seen the previous saves, some of you might have. We go ages without winning one. We go ages. We go 2-3 years without winning a Kentucky Derby. We've got a chance 3 years out of 4 to win Derby and Preakness. Yeah. Mind-blowing to me. I don't know how you all feel about it. Leave your comments in the section below. Thanks very much for watching. We're going to leave it there. We're going to pick up the Preakness and maybe the Belmont/Brooklyn Stakes in the next video. Y'all take care until then. Behave yourselves. I'll see you on the Discord. Again, link in the description. Thanks very much for watching, guys. What can Laurentine do? Looks like a super horse. Can we gain distance? And what can Halifax do? All of a sudden, after a down year, it looks like the racing world is on its knees in front of us once more. It's ours to take.